We do. We appreciate you, and it's always a pleasure and privilege to be here. You know, Holly wanted me to say, I just talked to Holly just before I walked in here, and she was actually going to try to make it. We have an early practice because we're going to Baton Rouge right after practice today, and she's going to watch some tape with some players and kind of get some things ready for practice. We practice normally at 1:30. So it's a little bit tight, and today we're going to push that up a little bit, and she wants to meet with some players a little bit, just spend some time right now. And so she, again, wanted me to pass that along to you. She really wanted to be here for this one, but again, she just felt it was important to be there, and we think, we agree with her. That's very, very important right now. It's a big week for our team. This is a very, very big week. We had a day off on Monday. And after playing at Missouri, we had a good week with an Auburn win here, a road win at Missouri. We gave them Monday off, and then we practiced yesterday. And we told them, I mean, obviously the sting from the Kentucky loss and not being the masters of our destiny, as I talked about last week, there's still a little of that here. But the point is we are still very much in contention. We do need help. But we are playing for big stuff right now. I mean, not only are we playing for SEC to be in that, get that number 2 seed if South Carolina does win and win it outright. We're still playing for an important seed there. We're playing for NCAA seed. And that is very, very important. The bracketology people, and again, they're usually a little bit more accurate than inaccurate, but it's still very early to forecast anything with any degree of real pinpoint accuracy. But, some of those folks have us at this point still in contention for a number 2 seed. And one of the ones last week that came out, I don't know if you saw that, but they had us going, out west and going to Stanford thing. And again, we don't dwell on that with our team. We don't get into that. But one thing we do talk about is we are playing for something very, very important. We are playing for seeding. Make no mistake about it. This is a big week in the SEC for us. This is a big week as we prepare to go into the SEC tournament, at the end of next week. But it's huge, and this is when the NCAA tournament committee they're really paying attention right now. They're really, really watching what's going on. And we've got a great opportunity. Number one, we're playing a team on the road that has 18 wins, and they're fighting for an NCAA tournament bid. I mean, LSU is an 18-win team right now. They're very dangerous, and I'm going to tell you why. Obviously, they beat us here in our opening game. We played so we go back and watch that tape right now. It's like watching 2 different teams, and so we're really proud of the growth in our team. But the point remains that we lost that game. They have lost 4 games in a row, very close basketball games. I mean, tooth and nail games. They were in the last possession battles with Georgia and Arkansas, and then they played South Carolina and Texas A&M. Obviously, South Carolina is leading the league right now. Texas A&M's tied with us for second place. They played them right up until the last couple of minutes. So they are a very dangerous team. They're fighting for a spot. They're like a cornered, wounded animal right now, and we fully expect they're going to come out kicking, fighting, gouging, hitting, doing whatever they need to do to survive, because they know right now their margin of error is very, very small. So again, we're going down there, and it is going to be a battle in Baton Rouge. Make no mistake about that. Okay, for those of you that can, want to stay up late and get that in, I think you're going to see a very hard-fought possession-by-possession basketball game. And then obviously coming in here Sunday, we've got the team that's number 1 in the league right now. They have 1 league loss. They're having a phenomenal year. They have, how a year sometimes you have parts and pieces. Well, for South Carolina, it has all come together. It has really all come together for them. They're really playing well. All the parts have meshed together. They're hitting on all cylinders. And they're being discussed, as many of you may know, as a number 1 seed. First time in the history of their program, they're being discussed as a potential number 1 seed. So it is a tremendous opportunity for our team this week. We're very, very excited about it. Very, very big week for us. Just taking a quick look back, we had a nice win here at Auburn. The Missouri game, as I told you last week, that one really concerned us. I'll be frank, I was concerned about that game. The way Missouri runs offense and the way that they shoot threes. And, I told you, I think when I was here, there's 42% of their total attempts are threes. When we played them, they shot the ball 65 times. 32 of those shots were threes. Half of their shots were threes, almost half of their shots, 32 3 attempts in a game. We have not played a team all year that's come close to that. and they're never out of a game. Somebody said, well, yeah, you were up 16, and, I went to the refrigerator, got a soda, and back, and I got a pop. You're down 10. It's like, yeah, the way they shoot threes, if you would have went back again, we could have been down 3. It's just, they just are that prolific of a team. So that was a good win for us. Defensively, we put good pressure on the perimeter, and we did a good job making them speed up a little bit, which they don't want to do. So it was a good win for us. But again, now thinking, moving forward to this week, very, very big and very crucial for this team. And again, we're playing for positioning within the league. We're playing for positioning, and how the NCAA tournament seating committee views us. So it's very, very big for us. Izzy Harrison continues to have a really, really good year. She's playing terrific right now. She's really, really been a solid force for us. She got in foul trouble at Missouri, and she played 18 minutes. She gets 10 rebounds in 18 minutes. I mean, it's just an incredible statistic when you think about it. She gets 10 rebounds in 18 minutes of play, and it's a game in the 50s. It's not like a game in the 80s and 90s where the shots are flying. Missouri's taking long shot. They're playing deep into the possession to take shots, so it's not like there's a ton of shots going up. But she is doing a great job. Megan Simmons has been very stable for us. She really, really has. I think, as Holly pointed out, I think she said something in a press conference or in the media, she has played as composed and as poised as she's played in her career here, so which is where you want your senior to be right now, obviously. And it's senior night for her, coming up when we play South Carolina. So, for as many of you folks can get out and support her, I know she appreciates. She's just done a great job. She is such a great person and is so team-oriented, very committed. She just really, really wants to do well. And then earlier in the year, and I think we've talked about that here, Megan felt a lot of pressure being the lone senior and being somebody that wants to get this program back into a Final Four, and she really wanted that. She really, and sometimes you can want something so badly that you over-try. And I think that's sometimes what Megan was doing a little bit, is she was trying so hard to get it there and putting everything on her back. And I think, there's a great life lesson, a great life peril in there. It's through synergy that we really accomplish great things. We can't do anything alone. It's all about teams. And I think Megan has really, really, just kind of almost, you let go and you find great freedom and great results in the fact that you're trusting the people around you. So I give her a lot of credit for really, really growing up, doing a great job for us. We're getting, just solid performances from people all around. I know some of you are thinking about, Ariel Massengale when she's coming back right now, and that's still very much in doctor's hands, her and her family. I mean, it's concussion-type symptoms, and they're concerned because she's had a history of that. And so that right now is, again, we really don't have much to do with that other than listening to doctors and trainers talk to us every day and just kind of give us updates and progress reports. They're kind of handling all that. We really don't have a lot of news or updates for you on that, but we just hope that she continues to go through. I did put her through a workout a few days ago. I think it was about 3-4 days ago, and she and Gianna Tucker went through a workout. She did okay up until the end. She got a little lightheaded, a little dizzy, kind of had to back off a little bit. So until she can go and do some of those things full throttle, I don't think they're ready to insert her to have full contact again. So with that, I'm going to stop and open it up for a couple of questions, and then I know we'll get rolling with the rest of the show. Yes, sir, in the back.
Turnovers seem to plague this team a lot. As a coach, how do you get that turned around?
Yeah, it's a great question. That turnover, he's mentioned it, I don't know if anybody heard it, but it says turnovers have plagued it, and it really has. I'm kind of biting my lip right now because there are different ways that you deal with that, but again, quite honestly, those are just simply, they're teachable moments. And we have, we've kind of started a thing, Jolette Law, as she has a ball rack. We have the ball rack at practice, and she's kind of, we kind of talked about it as a staff, and she kind of was the one we decided she's going to be the accountability coach on turnovers. Every time we turn the ball over in practice, we pull a ball from the rack, and each drill or each segment has a certain amount of balls. Sometimes it's a 3-ball drill or a 4-ball drill. Sometimes it's a 2-ball drill. So when the balls expire, the team runs. And so there's a little bit of, that shock therapy with that. But quite honestly, at this point in the season, it's just about, a lot of it is about mechanics, fundamentals, and decision making. And so what we do is we show some tape, and we'll watch some clips, and we don't want to over-hammer it, but at the same point, it's something that, Kentucky's a good example. Had we not turned the ball over 4 of our last 6 possessions, we probably have a great chance of winning that game, or certainly being in a position to win that game. So that's something that we're just continuing to address. We talk about them, we show them on tape, and then we go out on the practice floor and we drill. So it's kind of a combination of those 3 things. But yes, that's an area of very, in the Missouri game, we had 10 turnovers up until like the last 3 or 4 minutes, and we had a little bit of a lead. We got a little bit of sloppy, a little careless. We ended up with 16 turnovers in that. Prior to that, we were doing a pretty good job. So again, typically for us, it are these little pockets of sloppy play that come in, and what we're trying to do, it's one of the things Holly's doing today when she's putting together some film clips, is talking about just cleaning up our play and being consistent for 40 minutes. But that's a great question. Yes, sir.
There was a comment in today's paper by the LSU point guard about your team defense, and I was wondering how that's structured.
You'll find that on our bulletin board right now. Oh, yeah. We got a little heads up on that one, so yeah, that's going to be. Now, I will say this, young lady, that said that scored 25 on us the first time. So what is it they say? If you can back it up, it's not, yeah, exactly. But no, that's. I'm sure Coach Caldwell and her crew are probably not real pleased about that right now. I don't want to speak for them, but no, we will certainly get a little bit of mileage out of that. And again, it's a great challenge. It's a call to arms to our players, because in that first game, LSU scored 80 points, and they got, and this still burns me. I mean, we're going to, again, we kind of got this on our scout thing. They got 36 paint points on us, and most of them weren't post points. I think the post scored 6 or 8 points in that game. They got 36 paint points on our defense. So again, that's a great challenge for us and a great call to arms. But yes, we are aware of it. Oh yeah, we are aware of that. So good point. Yes, anything else?
It seems like Mercedes Russell, every time she gets the ball, she has to dribble before she shoots. Is that something you're teaching her to do?
No, she's working on that. That's a high school habit. That's a high school habit. And so she's kind of getting out of that. She's used, the biggest things for her, we talk about the strength and speed of the game. The game was so much slower in high school, and she had such an advantage. Well, now she's playing against people more her size, more physical, and the speed of the game is so much faster. But she's done a lot better job for that. I'll tell you what, she saved our butts in Missouri with 11 rebounds. She had 3 block shots. Every one of those rebounds were huge for us. She's made very good progress. She's probably as basketball savvy of a person that we have. So again, the biggest thing for Mercedes right now is strength, and I think your folks are going to really like what you see in the long run with her. She's coming. She's really coming. Anybody else? Good. Well, again, I want to take a second to just say thank you. This is the last time for us, and kind of reiterate what Chad said. Just an attitude of gratitude. It is an honor to represent the University of Tennessee and the Lady Vol basketball program. An honor to be associated with you all. I've said this before. You're the best fans in America. We appreciate you. Our players appreciate you. You do so much for our team. And when recruiting, when players walk in and they see that, it's tremendous. There's nothing like it. And we are very, very thankful for you. We appreciate what you do. We appreciate your loyalty and support of our programs. And again, there's no better place to work than the University of Tennessee. So I'm very, very proud of it. Thank you.